Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
All right, guys, we did it. This is your host, Daniel, and your co-host,
Mayhem Matthew.
Alrighty, we're back, and we fucking did it. We finished the Feast franchise. We finally got through the third movie, and I know me and you both we're laughing really hard at the end. Go ahead, let them know how you felt about it, man.
Well, I'm going to just go ahead and let everybody know what we're laughing about first off. So, spoilers ahead.
Yes, you guys know the drill. Spoilers are coming.
Dude, this fucking ending was... I don't even know what to... I just remember sitting there and all I could say is, what the hell? That's all I'm saying, dude. For a robot smashes... Well, first, before all that, the biker queen rips the girl's guts out from her pussy. I was like, what is this?
I told you, man. They get grimier and grimier. Like, the part where the guy slasher, like, he gets butt fucked by one of those
Oh, my
monsters.
God, dude.
Like, what?
Through a pipe too. He looks in, sees the little pipe, sees his ass, and is like, all right, I'm gonna take that.
Or even like the it starts out right away where Honey Pie finally gets what's coming, chops her head off, and then like eats it and immediately like shits it out, and you see the whole fucking head coming out of the monster's ass.
This was the most gruesome one, but it was also the most confusing one because the end, nothing got solved. There was no explanation, and then you get this robot. Where'd the robot come from? I don't know.
Like out of fucking nowhere.
He was there for 2 seconds, just smashed some people in and dipped.
I told you in the last ones, I was like, hey, I will tell you how that there's a robot in this movie, and it won't spoil shit. And I was fucking right.
Literally, you could tell that to somebody, and it's not gonna spoil it, but that's all it is. There's a robot in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, just a fucking giant robot. Dude, I love my favorite scene is when like that guy has no arms anymore. Well, first off, like he keeps slapping him in the face with his own fucking arms. Like he blew off the other one after the first one gets eaten off, takes it, and is like, I like how he's just carrying it around because it has a sword on it. And then like when he's like talking shit, he starts slapping him with his own fucking hand. Like, oh my God. And then like when they get to that room where there was like a rave or something, and they're just like, all right, we're going to get in there or whatever. And he's like, I got no fucking arms, old man. He's like, you don't need arms to kick ass, kid.
Yeah. That was like greatest punchline of the whole series,
dude. So great, man. Like, and this third one was so fucking bad. Like, it was not a good movie at all. Like, the first one is, if I have to like say if they were good movies, you could watch the first one. I said this when we first recorded Feast for the first one. You could watch the first one and never watch the other ones, and it'd be fine. Once you get into the second one, you're like, okay, that was bad. Now there's a third one. I have to finish just to see what happens. And then you watch the third one, you're like, okay, that was fucking bad. And then with the end credits scene, like it just makes it like I just wasted my fucking time,
dude.
And they laugh at you about it, and that's what makes this franchise worth watching.
I feel like in this third one, they were just coming up with a bunch of crazy ideas on the billboard, and they were like, you know what? The first two didn't do so great anyway, so let's just go full send and just do all these crazy ideas all at once. And that's,
how fucked up can we be?
Let's see how fucked up this could get. And it got fucked up. I definitely would say it's one of the more, if not the most fucked up, like horror movie I've seen.
Yeah, like it's just like raunchy, like fucking grimy. Like it makes you feel dirty watching it, is what I think. And
I always come back to it. It's one thing to do like a grimy, scary movie, but it's another to do it with like sorry actors.
Yeah.
like some grimy stuff like in Texas Chainsaw or like stuff like that, dude, like where they're cutting off people's faces and stuff. You're like, oh my God, and it got executed well. But to do it and to have like these like comedy almost like actings.
Oh yeah, because like, this thing is definitely like a funny.
It's like cringe.
It's very cringy. Yes, I like the first like hero guy that shows up and he's like teaching her how to use the gun, and immediately she accidentally shoots him in the face.
Yeah, you think you know how to use this? Yeah, boom, blow your head off.
And it's great because like this movie franchise has such a good like standing with like just killing off like the hero or the guy who's like a badass. Like, don't be a badass in this franchise and you're gonna be fine. And then sure enough, like right away, like in the first one, the guy is like, I'm the one that's gonna save your ass. Dead right away.
Right off the grid.
His wife dead. And then in this one, the guy is like comes in, he's a fucking badass. You think, all right, cool, they're gonna like get out of here, and then she shoots him in the face, and everything they just talked about planning in the first like quarter of the movie is just out the door. They're just not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah, it's just all gone now. No plan of action at this point.
No, not at all.
And then the other action hero comes in. Well, I guess you would say
yeah.
the other one before that was the magician, but he was just
the war. What was he named? The prophet.
the prophet.
The prophet.
And then you get the other dude with the razor hands, whatever his. I don't even remember his name, dude.
I don't remember either. It was something Seagal, and I thought.
Oh,
that was
Seagal,
funny.
yeah, Seagal. Trying to be like Steven Seagal type of shit, and then
right away loses an arm.
right away he gets his arm torn off. He's like, yeah. How can you kill a badass when you're this badass or something stupid like that?
I loved when you were like, right when he's like getting attacked, and you were right away. You're like, see, you can't be a hero in these fucking movies.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I started laughing. So I'm like, yeah, dude, you can't. You just like die.
Even like the badass biker chick died, and I was like,
oh yeah,
damn.
oh yeah, man. Yeah, they ripped through like their whole cast because it was the last movie, so they just start ripping through those bodies, like killing everybody. And
Real
of course, the only one to fucking survive, the old man from the first one, is the only one left.
I don't understand what he's gonna do, or obviously they're not gonna do nothing with him from no more. But
yeah, I like for those of you that follow on Instagram, you guys saw the ending where he just walks up to the camera, and is like, "God damn it!"
And that's it. It's like I wish that they would did some more explanations in that, but it is what it is. So I mean, it was still a good way to end the movie.
Yeah, I feel like what was good too is like that little mariachi guy comes out and he starts singing. Like he was the perfect ending to it, so that our questions don't get answered.
Yeah, he explained it all. He's like, "You're not gonna find no answers."
Yeah, he's like, "I know you have questions, but you're not gonna get them, and don't what do you say? Don't fucking blame me."
Yeah, don't fucking blame me.
Yeah.
I didn't write this shit.
Yeah, it was so funny, dude. Yeah, I think when I watched it the first time, like I was like, this is fucking bad. And then when I got to the end credits, like, well, then the robot too. Like,
oh my goodness.
Right before the end, the guy's like, well, the world's over. Like, we need to start repopulating the earth. We got to start fucking right now. And he like rips his shirt off, and then that giant robot shows up and just stomps on the midget and the girl, and then just walks away. And then like it shows their dead bodies on the ground like smashed. And then that fucking mariachi guy comes out and he starts singing. I was like, okay, because I love when movies like kind of like flip off the audience. I think that's amazing. I love because everyone's like, oh, like we've talked about before. Everyone nowadays needs questions to be answered. Like they need to know what's going on. And when a movie like this movie literally in the credits says like fuck you, or no, what does he say? He says go to hell. Like he's like, and that's true. It's like it's so great when a movie can be like go fuck yourself. Like, I don't need to answer your questions.
Absolutely.
But I love that.
Yeah, I agree with that statement 100%. When you can make the audience feel like they're not as important as they feel like they are. They're not as entitled to as they think they are.
Yes, exactly. Those movies like this put us in our place and are like, no, you're not going to get what you want. This is what we want. We made this fucking movie. Like, enjoy it and stop asking me these fucking questions.
Yeah, movies that have a crazy, like the last episode on Krampus, like the crazy ending like that. It's like, whoa, like that's not even what we asked
fucking
for.
Blows your mind. And it ends up like sometimes they do it really good. Like I know there's a movie, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Rubber. It's about a tire.
The tire that goes in the middle of the desert, killing people just looking at it.
Yeah, I remember like everyone was like, that movie's dumb. I'm like, no, they literally tell you what that movie's about in the beginning. They literally say this movie's about no reason. And the whole movie is 100%
nothing.
No reason. And I loved it. And of course, the people I watch it with are like, that was fucking dumb. And I'm like, no, you obviously fucking missed the concept of the idea.
Mm-hmm.
They literally told you that this movie is about nothing, and that there's and the fact that you can't grasp that and watch this movie and be entertained proves that you can't think outside of what Hollywood feeds us nowadays, where they're like, they have to hold everybody's hand and be like, this is what's going on. Like come on, dude, think for yourself. And I like this did it in a comedic way.
Yeah,
where they're just like, there's monsters, and of course you kind of want to know what's going on, but nobody knows what's going on the whole movie, not even the people in the movie. And then at the end, like, you're just like, what the fuck, a giant robot just killed the last of the characters except for the old guy. And then the mariachi guy comes out and he's just like, oh, I know you want to know where they came from, but I don't fucking know. I don't know where the hell they're from. Don't fucking blame me.
Yeah.
I love that. It just made me laugh so hard. Like the first time, I was like, that was the perfect way to end this series.
Definitely. And anytime it seemed like anybody had any answers, they were killed off immediately.
Or
like
just completely wrong.
Yeah. Or the first hero, he's like, oh, they did this. They invaded. Like it seemed like he was there first on scene. He was like the first hero in the first movie was like the
Oh,
first
yeah.
on scene to know what was going on. He's like, they're coming, this that, and then he dies right away. It's like that's all the information we get, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're left on the hang. Like, okay. Oh man, they're grimy. Like even right away, like when the slasher guy, gets fucked in the ass by the monster and then turns into that slasher monster. When he comes running out of that cage he's in, and his balls are just hanging right in the middle of the screen.
Dude,
It's like, what, dude? Really? Did we need that? Or even like you said, the way the biker girl kills the puke girl and like sticks her hand up her vagina literally and just grabs onto her guts and rips it out that way. Like, who thinks of this shit? Like, that's grimy and that's fucking brutal.
I'm telling you, there's some crazy production going on in that crew, dude. That's probably the first and only movie they got to work on. Some dudes fresh out of high school with these like mind states of like, yeah, let's fucking have them shit themselves and boners everywhere and tits here and tits there.
Oh yeah, because they have the two like most attractive girls in the whole franchise for 2 movies, just running around, but nothing but wearing like leather thongs.
Totally strikes me as like some teenage mindset, and I
Exactly.
loved it.
And that's why we loved it in high school. Like me and my friends were all about this franchise. Like they'd be like, let's watch Feast again. I'm like, okay, sure. Like being a high schooler, I was like, yeah, let's watch Feast. But in reality, we all just wanted to see the redhead, the attack girl.
That was me back in the day too. Like I'd be on the side if I didn't have my phone or nothing, I was just scrolling through the Sci-Fi Channel and I'd see a horror movie. I was like, oh, in this movie, this girl gets naked. I'm gonna just wait for that part.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They're freaking horny ass little teenagers, and that's exactly what you said. Like this movie felt like it was just a bunch of like teenagers, like or film students right out of school. They're like, how grimy can we fucking get?
Yeah.
Like, how fucked up can we make this movie? And it, kind of like Human Centipede. I remember, like,
Oh my goodness.
that was a fucked up movie, and but like this one was like, all right, let's see if we can top that. And they did a pretty good job, I think. Like it's pretty nasty.
On the Human Centipede topic, did you see the South Park parody? The Human
Oh,
Centipede.
head of Centipede, yeah. Like, here, press accept on this terms and
Do
conditions.
you want a cuttlefish or vanilla paste?
Oh no, it's coming!
Hold on, Caillou. Dude,
I
will forever love South Park for having no censor.
Dude, I remember when they came out with like the episodes that had to do with like Al Qaeda and stuff, like with the Jersey Shores. They actually had like death threats and stuff, and they talked about stopping the show because of that. And I was like, no, dude, don't give in, don't give in. And sure enough, they didn't, and now they're just still out there fucking busting episodes out.
I'm sure they get death threats because, dude, there's so many people that they just don't give a fuck and just talk about
they
it.
just rip into
Everybody. I'm surprised they haven't got canceled. But it's just because they fight so hard. Like, fuck you, I don't care.
Yeah, it's a fun thing too. Like with like, I mean, I try really hard to avoid politics on the show, but this is where I'll dive into it a little bit. But like with the whole cancel culture thing, and like for some reason, like these shows like South Park, Family Guy. I've never been a fan of The Simpsons, so I can't group them into this. But like shows like that we've grown up watching forever, that cross those lines that other people cross and get like this quote unquote canceled. Like those shows don't, and it's kind of funny. That's why, like, again, don't want to get too political, but like, it's that whole cancel culture is like bullshit because they pick and choose who they want.
I feel like if you get canceled, it's because you were too much of a bitch to fight for what you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
In my opinion, that's just me.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'll try not to. Yeah, we'll steer clear of that topic.
We'll get out
we don't
of
want
that
any of you
section.
guys that are gonna try to cancel us.
Someone's gonna come and be like, I can't watch horror movie versions because they said I don't like so and so.
Yeah, exactly. They said South Park should be canceled. When exactly it's not what we said. We're saying that we fucking love it.
Yeah, I love all that stuff. But people misinterpret stuff. So yeah, I agree with you. I don't like getting into politics either because people always are so just set on what they believe in. So I'm not gonna have that argument with nobody.
Yeah, same here. Like I try not to argue with people. Like sometimes, like if someone's like so over the top, like just belligerent, I'll be like, okay, or even coming at me like, yeah, never mind. I won't get into it. We're trying.
We'll hurt somebody's feelings out there.
Yeah, and that's not what we're trying to do here.
Yeah,
we're
not
trying to
at
talk
all.
about horror movies, but but dude,
Man, that's just once again, it's just so like I just keep thinking of all these scenes even for no reason. Like they literally beat the shit out of the hobo dude, and like literally the shit came out of his ass. I'm
Oh,
like,
I love that line. He's like, "You literally kick the shit out of him."
yeah,
They beat him until he shit his pants.
dude. I don't know. I think the redhead girl was my favorite, not just because she's hot, but like she was like that ride or die for like the main girl. Like anytime that main girl, the biker queen was getting in a fight or something, she just came out the cut and was like handling business real quick.
Dude, I love how she's rocking the dual wield hammers, like the
Yeah.
ballpoint hammers. That was sick, dude. She's like beating the shit out of a monster. But that, in my opinion, is terrifying because they're fast, they're vicious, and they just like you've seen in the last two movies, they just rip through people like they were
Yeah,
nothing.
they do.
And
But
she just comes in with two hammers and
Mhm.
just is like fucking shit up.
it seems like when you do come at them with blunt objects, though, they almost like get paralyzed though, because in every scene where they're hitting them with a blunt object, they just sit there and they're like crying. They just
Yeah,
sit
that's
there.
true.
They don't.
That's
they could just run away if they have super speed. They could be like, "Shoo."
Or even just rip right through the
Yeah, or
person.
just be like, "Fuck, get off me."
I like. What did you think about when they get that pipe that's in the guy's head and use it as a gun barrel with the hammer?
Dude, well, the whole time I was just screaming at the guy because every time I seen him, it was just like cringe. I'm just like, just rip that thing out, dude. You're done.
Yeah,
Like,
you're dead.
Yeah, you're done already. I don't know what you think you're gonna do. Just walk around in this post-apocalyptic like setting with that
With
pipe
a
in your head.
fucking pipe through your frontal lobe, like it's
Yeah, like,
through
and
the-
everybody's just treating them like it. No, I would have been said something. So when the slasher took it out of him, I was like, all right, cool. And then when they used it as a gun, I was like, see, that's using your mind.
Yeah.
Literally, it's using your mind and his mind.
Dude, that was dope. I thought that slasher monster was kind of lame, only because like he gets introduced. I mean, it was cool. It was funny that the way they introduced him. But then like all he does is follow them around without doing anything until like that end. And then even then they put him down just like he was one of the other monsters. Like there was nothing special they needed to do to put him down. But it was still like it was just kind of a throwaway thing. But it was still funny to see the way he got created. Like it was good.
I do agree that was a throwaway thing. That was a good way to put it.
Yeah. But yeah, do you have a favorite part at all or no?
I don't know about favorite. I mean, there's all those brutal parts. I don't know. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say that
I
I
agree.
wouldn't say I enjoyed any
Yeah,
part.
I definitely did not like. I gotta say, like, I love this franchise, but I don't like this movie.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I have like a favorite part as in like any of my other favorite movies. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite part. Like, I don't know. It just always really cringe. But
Yeah.
there were a lot of brutal scenes that stuck out. Like,
Yeah,
to me.
I remember when now I know more recent, like when people are like when I talk about like the bloodiest movies I've seen, I'll just show them the first one and that's it. I've never since high school been like, oh, let's watch Feast 2 and 3 also.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first time since like high school, and I graduated in like 2012, like that.
Nice.
Like, so it's been like almost 10 years. Like we're 2 years shy, or as of this weekend, it'll be 1 year shy of like 10 years since I've been like, hey, let's watch all 3 Feast movies and shoot the shit about it. Like, it's not a franchise. I mean, the first one's, I really like the first one. I gotta say, I think the first one's good, but the other two like are just not fucking good at all. Number 2 and number 3 are pretty bad.
Yeah, the first one was okay, and then it just got downhill.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even say the first one was like good, but it was
I agree.
watchable, you know.
Yeah, it's watchable. It's like it's entertaining.
Mhm.
Like it's not a movie where like that was so fucking good, but it's an entertaining movie where you're just like, okay, that was I liked it.
Yeah,
I would
dude.
watch it again.
I remember when I was younger, like I would literally sit there on Saturday nights and they would have a sci-fi horror movie night, and I would watch stupid movies just like that on sci-fi all night
Exactly,
long, dude.
yeah.
I'd watch like Splinter, where this dude like got a little splinter and all of a
that's
sudden
a
he
good
turned
one.
into
I
a-
know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
dude.
Splinter is good.
I would watch all those kinds of movies, dude, like all different kinds of shit, and I'd be like, okay, those were like some cool ass movies, but I would never go back and rewatch.
Yeah. And Splinter's one of them. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing where they're stuck in that gas station.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's kind of like Feast, right? They're
Yeah.
instead of a gas station in the Feast, they're stuck in a bar, and then the other two, I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Yeah, it just totally reminds me of one of those, dude. Like it's a Saturday, I'm grabbing some popcorn, I'm laying in my bed, and boom, sci-fi,
Yeah.
horror movies all night long.
Exactly, man. That's what's good about like some, like I gotta agree, like some horror movies are just meant for that. Like
Yeah,
like I'm gonna watch a horror movie and I don't know what to watch. Like I don't want to think about it. I just want to watch something entertaining.
Mhm.
And I think Feast 1, I will say I don't like 2 or 3. But Feast 1 is definitely one, like what's something simple and entertaining that I will sit and watch, and Feast 1 is definitely one of them.
fair enough. Yeah, Feast 1. There was another one, I don't remember where it went. There's only one scene I remember though, and it's like one of the characters is laying there bleeding out, and the girl puts a gun in his head and shoots him, and then he comes back alive. He's like, oh, he's big ass hole in his head.
Oh,
I'm like,
I know
dude.
exactly what you're talking about. Oh my! It's called Rest Stop. I
Yeah,
think
he's like a black dude, right? He's laying there, and then
it
she
was a
shot him.
cop. Yeah,
he
he
a
was
cop.
like wounded,
Uh-huh.
and then like the guy said that it's. I think it's called Rest Stop because it takes place at a rest stop.
Yeah,
And he's like, I got 2 bullets. Put me out of my because he's burning
Yeah,
the
he's
building with them in it.
Put
He's
me
like,
out
put
of
me out of my misery. And she puts the gun in his mouth, shoots.
and he still comes back.
Yeah, misses his brain, just blows because if you miss, you have to aim up. But if you just aim out the back, like she blows out the back of his skull without hitting any brain, and he like comes, he's like, you missed, and she has
Yeah.
to shoot him again. Oh my god.
You're the only person I know that gets these references that I
Yeah,
refer
dude,
to. Dude.
that's
Fuck
why
yeah.
it works out. I know I've seen a lot of horror movies that are really bad, and I've seen a lot of horror movies that are really good. So it's great when like I get put through a horror movie like we haven't seen. Like next episode for sure is gonna be Spiral. I won't dive too much into the Saw series, but I have a lot to talk about with the Saw series, so I'm excited to do that. Matt here has seen Spiral. I have not, so we're gonna switch roles where I'm gonna be the virgin. He's gonna be the one asking me questions and shit.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
What do you think is one of your thinking of movies that make you think a lot? What's one of your scary movies or horror movies that you just sat there and you're like, man, I had to think a lot.
Like, what do you mean? Like, think like it fucked with me, or like
Like
with my
think
head?
like like figure stuff out. Like it made you really like put your brain to work on like what's going on.
Ooh. I gotta say, like, it's more of like the modern stuff. Like, I want to say, it's kind of like I would have to say a group of movies. It is like the movie The Witch. I don't know if you've seen that.
The Witch, yeah, and like the pillagers, villages, and stuff.
Yeah. So The Witch. The one. What's it called? Midsummer. Have you seen that?
No, I don't think I've seen
Ooh,
Midsummer.
okay. Midsummer. Maybe we'll put you through that.
Maybe if we go through a reference, maybe I have seen.
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Yeah.
And then Hereditary.
Ooh, Hereditary was definitely.
Those
my
are
thrower.
thinkers big time. And
Yeah.
like and it makes it, and those are good. Like I like those a lot because of how, like, I think they're terrifying, honestly. Like, I think those are scary movies. Like, not where I'm like having nightmares, but I like watching a movie and like feeling uncomfortable, or like where while you're watching it you get chills down your spine. Like even the movie this isn't a thinker, but a movie that did that to me recently was the movie The Visit we talked about.
The Visit,
where the old couple and like the kids go to visit them. The scene where they're under the house and the grandma's like chasing her.
Like crawling.
Dude, that gave me chills, and I was like, ooh, that's scary. Like
Yeah.
that was good. And things like that I like. And then but with Hereditary and Midsummer and The Witch, like those are movies where they're thinkers and they're kind of scary, like because of that. And then those kind of movies too, like I'll go back and like I'll even like YouTube things and be like literally like
Easter
movie
eggs.
explanations or Easter eggs. And like when you get into it and then you go revisit those movies, it makes it scarier sometimes, or it enhances your experience.
Dude, I have a really good one that you're gonna enjoy, and we already talked about it.
Which one?
Old,
And I haven't seen that. We'll
dude,
add
that's
that one
gonna
on
be.
there.
You're gonna really love that one. I could tell.
Okay, good.
I
good,
could
good.
tell. You'll probably like that one more than Spiral, but we got to do Spiral next.
Yeah,
but
we'll do
Old will
Spiral
follow.
next. We'll do Old so that we can do 2 in a row where I'm the virgin.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna punch right through the Feast. I mean, not Feast. We just did that. Wolfman franchise.
Wolfman,
We'll
yes,
literally
we've been
start
talking
from
about that.
We'll start from the first one, the black and white one. We'll punch through all the. I have every single Wolfman movie. Like just that's called Wolfman, not like werewolf movies. But I have every Wolfman movie. So we will punch through every single one, sit through them, and we'll just punch out these episodes. It'll be like 2 months worth of episodes. If anything, we'll have to do like 2 episodes a week if we want to squeeze one in there. Because even I was talking to Nestor, and he was like, "Oh, because we have Peacock," and he's like, "Hey, have you seen the new Chucky series?" And I was like, "No,
I haven't seen that either.
me neither." And he was like, "Oh, you guys should do an episode on like for every episode." And I was like, "Oh, maybe that'd be a good.
That could be a good
shit.
one.
We can do like 10-minute or 5. Even this episode's probably gonna be short, but we could do like short, quick episodes like where we talk about it. I could see how because did you see the last Chucky movie that came out, the one where Mark Hamill did the voice?
Oh, the very last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you. I didn't like
it.
Me neither. So like I could see if I tried to watch this and we tried to record and we're just like, yeah, we're not gonna make
Yeah,
it.
this sucks.
This
I don't
sucks.
want to go to episode 2.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we'll do it and then we'll see how far we get into that. But sounds like we got a lot of.
Yeah,
we
dude,
might as well
I'm
make
excited.
a fucking calendar.
Because these 2 movies coming up, I think you're gonna enjoy Spiral, but I'm really excited to see how you react to Old because there's just so many twists, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's just so much going on.
I always liked M. Night Shyamalan, and everybody used to be like, his movies are trash because like you think you know what's happening and then you don't. Again, it's like people that need their fucking handheld through a movie where they don't want to have to fucking think. They don't want to have to like
Lazy.
Yeah, if that's what it is a lot of people nowadays are fucking lazy when it comes to movies, and it's so annoying in my opinion. I'm like, dude, this is a good movie because it did this, and they're like, no, that's too much, like blah blah. I'm like, no, it's not. It's entertaining, like how mindless. Like, go watch the Fast and the Furious movies if you're like,
Yeah.
like go be
Same shit every fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly. Go watch them flip a car off of a skyscraper and land it. Like, what the?
Dom goes super strength and could tear down a roof of a fucking. I'm not even gonna get into
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Shit
And that's
pisses
the
me off,
same
dude.
the thing that pisses me off nowadays. Like, people are so simple minded with movies. Like, when you see something like that, like everyone's like, oh, M. Night Shyamalan's like, yeah, his movies aren't great, but the fact that like when you get to the end and you're like, holy shit,
That's exactly what happens at old, dude.
Yeah, like The Village.
Oh yeah,
Dude, when she hops the gate and then you find out that outside of the gate, like, it's modern world and these people retreated into this reserve, like, that blew my mind.
The whole time I thought it took place in that era.
Yeah, me too, and it blew my mind. And then I gotta say, the one I agree with is the movie Signs, where their weakness is water.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay, like, a lot of people are like, that's stupid. Why, if your weakness is water, why would you attack a planet where it is almost entirely covered in water and every carbon base life form also has water in them? Like, okay, yes, I agree. That is dumb.
Yeah, that was not
That is a dumb concept. Like, maybe it could have been something else.
Yeah.
But like, those are still good movies. I still like I said, alien abduction movies fuck with me. When I saw Signs when it first came out, I forgot when or what grade I was in, and that movie terrified me, like, to the core. And I think that, and you don't even see the aliens. You see glimpses, nothing major. A hand,
under the door and stuff.
And that movie is probably what started my fear with those alien abduction movies, because that movie fucked with me hard. I couldn't sleep for a while. Like, it terrified me.
I completely agree with what you were saying about, like, these people needing their handheld, though. Like, man.
Yeah, dude.
You can't call yourself a movie, because I'm going to try talking to you. If you're like, oh, I'm a movie buff, I'm going to be like, dude, cool. Like, especially if you say something I'm into. Like, I'm a big-ass Marvel fan. If somebody comes up to me like, oh, I love Marvel movies, I'm a big movie fan, I'm going to start talking. Like, I'm like, when did that happen? I'm like,
What? Yeah, you haven't even. I gotta say, like, I remember that, I forgot who was. They said, they made a good point though about Marvel. This might break your heart.
Oh.
They said the Marvel, like, these superhero movies aren't actual movies. Like, they're just entertaining.
They are just entertainment movies.
Yeah, they're entertainment movies. They're not actually cinema, or like, I forgot the way. I gotta look up the quote, but he explained it well, and it's true. Like, I agree with him, but I definitely find those movies entertaining.
So I agree with that statement. I just think that if you're gonna say you're part of the fan base, you should know everything that's going on with these movies. Like, if you're a Marvel fanatic, you should know exactly what's going on in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, especially like
that.
if it's just the movies. Like, I
Yeah.
understand that there's people that enjoy just the movies and not the comics.
I like
And
both.
that's fine, because I've never been a Marvel fan when it comes to comics. I'm all
really?
about DC. Yeah, you've seen my comic
Yeah, you
book
like
collection.
yeah.
I
think DC does better comics for sure. I just don't know if they've been able to hit it on the nail when it comes to the movies.
I have to agree with you. The only ones I liked was the Zack Snyder version.
Dude, that one was great. That's
Justice
the
League.
first.
That was good. The Christopher Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan, so
Okay.
that's easy. Christopher Nolan's version of the Batmans, the one with Christian Bale. Those I loved. Those were all really good.
I think that he did the best Batman so far.
Me too. Me too. I mean, the originals are hands down classics.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I love them.
Of course,
They're
but they can't fit into the universe these
Yeah,
days.
they're so much fun to watch, and they're so entertaining. But again, it goes back. Those kind of entertaining is like the Marvel entertaining, where it's like they're not actually good movies, or they're good movies, but they're not like, I don't know, they're not movies. They're cinema, like real cinema. It's just entertainment, and that's the best way to explain it. And that's what, like, those original Batman movies I feel are. They're like original. They're just entertaining to watch, and it's great. But yeah, the Christopher Nolan ones definitely felt like real acting and real, like, movies. Like, those were good. And then so those were good. Zack Snyder's, this new Batman looks really,
I'm excited
really
to see what they
good.
do with it. But my biggest thing when it comes to, like, these movies that they're doing is, what are you gonna do now? Because they did the whole Justice League movie already, making it seem like those actors in this these characters were set in stone to keep moving forward.
Well, yeah,
So now how are they gonna fit this guy's Batman into the new
it's
Justice
different
League?
because of like I don't know, like everyone calls it the Snyderverse because Zack Snyder is
yeah,
the one that does like these movies that have the same actors and are in this universe. Because even like the Suicide Squad movies, like the first one again, like I thought the first one was fucking garbage.
The second one was
The
great.
second one was fucking good. It was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And even like the Joker movie, like the Joker movie isn't part of the Snyderverse, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look into it. But even the Joker movie was really fucking good, especially if you know the story about Joker and actually comprehend. Again, the good thing about the Joker movie was you can watch it as these simple-minded people we're talking about,
Yeah.
who could watch it and have their hand held, but only people that are actually fans of the DC universe and know the whole story behind Joker actually understood what that movie was, and that's what was so good. I remember I was talking to you about it after we watched it about what that whole movie
you could
was.
catch certain things. You could just know. A simple-minded person is gonna be like, oh,
So he's the Joker, and this is how he started. It's like, no, that's not what happened. Because in the comics,
he
Joker
dreamed it all.
Yeah,
or
the
it was
Joker
in his head.
literally. Yeah, exactly. The whole movie took place in his head because in the comics, Joker it's called The Killing Joke. The Killing Joke. The Joker literally tells Batman, sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes I remember another. And the Joker movie was one of the ways the Joker remembered his past. So
Yeah.
that movie, all that was all in his head. That's why at the end when he's like, he's laughing, she's like, what's so funny? And he's like, you wouldn't get it. And that's why, because it was all in his head. Like that whole movie just took place right there while he was sitting there, and it took place in his head. But yeah, that's totally off topic of
Totally.
feast.
It was just one thing led to another, But
Hey, it's way better when we get sidetracked.
dude,
I
it's
think.
movie buffs. There's probably some DC fan listening, either yelling at us or agreeing with us right now.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that Feast movie sounds fucked up. What? They said this about the Joker? Like,
Or there's some Marvel guy. I'm a Marvel fan myself, but like, there's probably some way bigger Marvel fan than me. Like, Marvel's better. Fuck
yeah, I know.
DC.
The movies are definitely better, I gotta say. But what
I do
I
enjoy
always
movies a lot.
liked about DC was how much darker it is. And it's more real.
And they haven't shown that yet, which is what I think they're gonna do with this new movie.
I think the DC movies did good at showing the darkness because in the Marvel it's all like happy blah blah blah
True,
until you get to Infinity War, wherein they kill half the people, and then even then everyone's like, oh my god. It's like, okay, DC's been doing this shit forever. Where like
people die.
people are dying or it's darker. Like even the Batman, like everyone's like, oh, he's a hero and shit, but he's fucking brutal and he's dark. And that's what I like about this Batman movie that's gonna come out. And it looks like we're finally gonna see the brutality that Batman can bring to the table, which he brings in the comics really well.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be dope.
Yeah. You know what? I do agree though. It is more dark on DC because even in Deadpool 2, they made that little sly comment to Cable.
Yeah.
Like, you're so dark? Are you
Must
sure
be
you're
dark.
not a DC character?
Exactly. Well, even look at Suicide Squad. Spoilers coming right here, guys. But in the second one, right away, they just like kill off all these characters, and one of them is Boomerang from the last
first one,
one, so
yeah.
people have a little bit of connection,
You're like,
and they
"What
just fucking kill him, and then brutal, and then they make like a joke about it where they go through everybody's dead body, like, and it's brutal.
I actually like that actor too, so I was like, damn, that was a waste of a pretty decent actor.
Yeah, well, the one good thing too with the DC universe is like they kill people a lot, like, but because of like the Lazarus pit that Ra's al Ghul has, like and then other things, they bring back a lot of characters to life that have died. Like, I remember in one of the last comics I read that it just not recently, it came out this year and it's called The Three Jokers, and like there's this shit going on where like they finally acknowledge that there's three different Jokers, blah blah blah, but all the Robins are sitting at a table and Batman's basically telling him like, no, back off, I'm gonna handle this by myself. And then someone brings up the fact that like they died, and then the newest Robin is there. He's like, wait, you've died? He's like, we've all died at least once. And it's like, it's true. Like in the DC universe, they have zero problem killing off a character in a brutal or dark way to write a good story, and then bring them back later, which Marvel fails to do. I mean, they did. Who was the first and only like superhero to die in their universe?
Like to really die?
Yeah.
I guess Iron Man.
Exactly. Like, I mean, they killed Loki, but if you've seen the
Loki always
shows-
comes back.
Yeah, and if you've seen the Loki show, it
Uh-huh.
seems like he's gonna come back somehow.
Yeah, he's gonna
Like-
come back again.
Yeah, and then it's crazy because everyone goes to Iron Man, but if you think about like Natalia or is that her
Natasha?
name? Natasha, she's dead.
Dead.
And she died. But like
Captain
and-
America technically is dead. Old age got his
Yeah,
ass.
but even then, that's it. And it waited till Endgame for
Mhm.
them to start like
Or
killing.
there was
characters.
the wannabe Flash, Silver something or Surf.
Oh yeah, but he's not in. He's in the X-Men universe.
Yeah, that was him, right? From the X-Men. Like
So-
that's the dude, the
Oh yeah,
Magneto son.
that is him. Yeah, that's Quicksilver, not Quicksilver.
I don't remember his fucking name.
Me neither. But
Wanda's brother.
Wanda's brother. Yeah, he was an X-Men in the X-Men, but then yeah, they brought him in separate for
Whatever
Wanda.
reason.
Yeah, the Wanda bullshit. But I
Mhm.
liked in the show WandaVision they brought the original actor that played him in the X-Men into.
Yeah.
I think his name is Quicksilver, and we're
It is Quicksilver.
It is Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think they ever said his name in the Avengers, but it's supposed to be Quicksilver from the X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men. Yeah, but yeah, like that. That's pretty much it. Versus like, I mean, they don't do it in the movies, but even then, they did in Suicide Squad. But even then, like, it's so much darker. I mean,
Yeah.
they straight up in the first like with the Batman versus Superman, like that was dark.
That was dark. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
then
That one was dark.
Doomsday comes in and fucking offs Superman. But again, he comes back because they always come back, and that's what like I'm pretty sure Marvel's gonna do that, especially with this multiverse thing. Like if you
Yeah,
remember,
they're taking it far.
yeah, remember with the what's that animated one? It was the What If, where they brought Black Widow into that one universe, and they're like, oh, our Black Widow's dead. Who are you? Blah blah blah. Like, who knows where that's gonna go,
That's what's gonna play into this next movie on the multiverse.
dude? I know.
Yeah. Well, we got completely off topic. Maybe one day we'll do a blammer about like DC and Marvel.
Oh shit!
Do a
Maybe we
superhero
just start a whole nother podcast to do that.
About that, we could do that. Star Wars and a whole other podcast, dude. We'll be
Yo,
here for hours.
We'll just start like 4 more podcasts. We'll call it like Star Wars Virgins and comic
we could do a
Virgins.
whole ass like 5 series on Star Wars Virgins because me and you are big Star Wars buffs.
Yeah, we are. But yeah,
Well,
all right. Yeah, we've been
Phase
rambling,
3.
man.
Yeah,
Phase 3, right?
Phase 3, dude. Phase 3 leads to DC, leads to Marvel, leads to Star
Oh
Wars.
my god. Yeah. So I'm happy we finished this. I know we've been putting off watching this third one because the second one is definitely garbage.
Yeah, I was not
This
really.
third one is very garbage.
Like I told you, I voted for Spiral myself.
yeah. We only did Feast 3 because you guys fucking voted. If there wasn't I didn't put that up for vote, we would still not have watched it.
But you know what? We got it over with. It was as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I'm glad I watched it still. I'm still. It was a must.
It was a must. Now you have that badge on your vest that says I watched the Feast 3 franchises under your belt. Like you're done. But yeah, we'll next episode for sure. Next Saturday, guys, will be Spiral. Hopefully we can tackle that soon. We'll definitely watch it during the week. Record super quick. I have a lot to say about the Saw franchise. I don't want to dig into it now because it's going to be I think it's definitely going to be a better episode than this one, that's for sure, because the Feast movies are hard to talk about. But
That's why we always go so off topic.
dude, fuck yeah. I love when we get off topic. I think it's great. I think
Yeah.
it makes it better. But
I like the chemistry, dude. We just get into movies, dude. We're just talking about movies. Just
yeah, we
going
start
in.
talking shit. Yeah. Yeah, so next Saturday, guys, Spiral. Go watch it. If you're not a fan of Saw, then I don't care. Just listen to our episode then. But yeah, next episode will be Spiral. A lot to talk about the Saw franchise. I might rewatch the last one that just came out. Not just came out.
Jigsaw.
Was it Jigsaw? I don't know if I saw Jigsaw.
Jigsaw and Spiral are the last 2 to come out.
I might have. I think I saw Jigsaw.
Did you see it was? I don't want to kill the trap in case you haven't seen it, but it's the most common trap in the movie.
I'll have to go back. I'm gonna if I'm wrong, I'll post it on the Instagram. And we'll have to watch Jigsaw before Spiral. But I'm hoping I've seen it because I've always like since high school or junior high, whenever the Saw first came out, I've always been a huge fan.
And I want to say I might have to look it up just so I'm not looking stupid, but I don't think Jigsaw they made an official movie. I think that's why they did Spiral because Jigsaw didn't do so great. It was
I
like a
don't-
knockoff.
Yeah, we'll see. But we'll definitely go back and I'm gonna do some research, guys, right now and see if I have seen Jigsaw. I think I have. If in my head is what I think is the Jigsaw movie, then I have seen it. If not, then we'll do that before Spiral. But I'm pretty sure the next episode next Saturday will be Spiral.
Dope.
Yeah. So any final thoughts?
If you are under the age of 18, don't watch Spiral. And I don't know. I mean, if
Yeah. Well, I mean about Feast.
Yeah, Feast. No, I don't know, dude. It was just brutal. It was just brutal. If you're into gore and you haven't seen the series yet, I definitely say go check it out just to get that like mindset so you know what we're talking about, because you probably can't even put the images in your head when we speak, So it's just one of those movies you got to go see for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's all I really have to say about the franchise, dude. It was just gory.
Yeah, super fucked up. Really
Cringy, gory.
Yeah.
But like I said, dude, it was just one of those teenagers came out of high school and put all their sick, twisted teenage boy thoughts into one and made a movie.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that'll be it. Like I said, Spiral next Saturday. Listen in and have a good New Year's Eve, guys. Have fun.
Yeah, happy New Year's Eve, guys.
Peace out.